Everything comes from within. So I had a friend recently tell me that he would like to find a girlfriend and that the best way to do that would be to essentially cold approach women on the street. But he doesn't feel like doing it. He feels that it is something that's very intrusive or really not that effective, and essentially he says that he doesn't want to lose time, energy, and focus, but he would still love to meet women. Now, he, like me, lives in an environment that um, it's not great for that. Very close, small environment. So I told him that the best way to go about that is to use Neville Goddard's teachings. And so I wanted to create a video on that so that I can share with you my thinking. So I have written something and I want to go over that with you. So the first thing is to remember that Neville Goddard teaches that everything, money, success, relationships, and yes, even love, is first created in imagination. Remember, consciousness is everything. So it's important to understand that when we're looking to attract relationship or women or men into our lives, we don't need to cold approach or rely on external circumstances or doing things that are logical, rational, 3D based. So remember, your entire world is shaped by how you feel and think inside yourself. This includes your beliefs about dating, love, and attraction. Everything is within. So, what does that mean for you, for me, for my friend? It essentially means that we don't need to focus on physical actions like moving to another city or starting to do cold approaches if that feels stressful or not something that you would love to do. It doesn't seem like an inspired action. Instead, our inner state, so how we feel about ourselves and about relationships, this is the most important thing to address. And remember, the outside world will change based on the shifts that happened inside yourself. And now let us then we talked some more. So he told me, but what if Neville's teachings doesn't work? What if this is all wishful thinking? And what if this is all a scam? And what if by the time I realize my dreams, I will be too old to date younger women? Because that's what he wants. So this kind of fear comes from doubting the power within you, which is totally understandable. It is totally normal to feel fear. And I'm not talking about feeling the fear and doing it anyway. I'm talking about inspired action. And according to Neville, this doubt is one of the main reasons we got stuck. When we fear something won't work, we are already creating an image of failure or disappointment in our minds. And that image is what tends to manifest in the outer world. Here is the thing. Fear is just a reflection of your current beliefs, and those beliefs are not set in stone. Yes, you have the power to change them by changing the stories you tell yourself and by imagining the outcome you truly want. Because you came here to Neville's teachings to get what you want in life, not to be told that you should be grateful for your lot in life. I had that. And now, how to apply Neville's teachings to love and relationships? The first thing to do is to shift your inner self-concept. Neville teaches that the most powerful way to manifest what you want is by changing your self-concept, or the concept of oneself. In this case, if you're looking to attract women, for example, the key is to first see yourself as someone who is already desirable, already attractive, and already in a relationship with the kind of woman you want to meet. Right now, if your self-concept is, I'm stuck, I'm living in a small town, I don't have the money to move, and I'm worried about getting too old for younger women, then that belief is shaping your outer world. But if you change your inner story to something like, I am desirable, I naturally attract the right women, and I am in control of my life, then your external circumstances will start to shift to match that belief. And I told him, imagine yourself as the man who already has the qualities you desire: confidence, attractiveness, and a fulfilling love life. Now I told him to visualize the ideal outcome. Just like we're doing with everything else, we can use our imagination to visualize the relationship and external circumstances that you want. And every day before bed or in a quiet moment, close your eyes and vividly imagine yourself already in a happy relationship. And I told him to picture himself spending time with the type of woman he desires, to feel the excitement, to feel the love, and to feel the connection, firstly in his imagination. And then I told him the most important part is to feel it real. And this is one of the Neville's biggest teachings. When you can feel it real in your imagination, your subconscious, or God, starts working to bring that into your reality. I told him, let go of the how. One thing that holds people back is getting stuck on the how it will happen. He mentioned, moving to a bigger city or cold approaching women, but that's focusing on the how it will come about. It's focusing on the 3D, on the logical aspects. And we're not dealing in logic anymore. We're dealing in other powers. So Neville encourages us to let go of the need to control the how and instead focus only on the end result. Feeling like we already have what we desire. Trust that once we have imagined and felt our desired relationships, the path will unfold naturally. Maybe you will move, or maybe you will meet someone unexpectedly in your current town. But focusing only on the feeling of already having it, you open up to the limitless possibility for how it's going to happen. Now, I told him that we can also reprogram our beliefs about age and dating. So he mentioned a specific fear about getting older and being too old to date younger women. This is a belief he has accepted, but that belief is not necessarily true. In a sense, and in reality, age is just a number, and the world of imagination, it has no power unless you give it the power. And here is how you and he and all of us can shift that belief. So, let's start by first recognizing that the idea of being too old is a limiting belief there are a lot of older guys dating younger women. And that's true, and that's an objective fact. Plenty of men attract younger women because they exude confidence, self-assuredness, and a strong sense of self. None of those qualities are tied to age. Secondly, our imagination creates a new story about our age and attractiveness. Let's visualize ourselves as the man or woman who is confident, charismatic, and who naturally attracts younger mates, if that is what we desire. And let us feel ourselves as someone who is ageless and who easily connects with women or men no matter the age. Remember, the world reflects your inner beliefs. But if you continue to believe that age is a limitation, that will be your experience. But if you shift to believing that you are attractive and desirable at any age, the world will reflect that back to you. And now, how should we go about overcoming our doubts about Neville's teachings? So, it is completely normal to have doubts when trying something new, like Neville's teachings, especially if we haven't experienced much success with that techniques. So, you might worry, what if this is just wishful thinking? But here is something important. Neville didn't just teach theory, he taught from experience. Many people, including Neville himself, have used this principle to transform their lives. So, to help you overcome your doubt, here are a few practical things you can try. Start with small wins. If you're new to using imagination to create your reality, start by manifesting smaller things. For example, imagine receiving a compliment or hearing from someone unexpectedly. When you see these small things show up in your life, it will build your confidence in the process. Track your successes. Keep a journal of what you're imagining and when you start to see results. Sometimes when life changes slowly, we forget how much progress we have actually made. Writing it down helps you stay focused and reminds you that this process is working. Persist even when it seems slow. Neville often said that persistence is key. The physical world may take time to catch up with your inner reality, but don't give up. And where else would you go? So keep imagining and feeling the results you want and trust that it is on your way. I actually had a dream. It felt so real, and a man's voice told me, "Your wish is coming. It will come and you will experience it." It was very interesting, and I'll make a video sometime in the future about that. And now, you have the power to change your situation. Here is the main thing about Neville that would want you to know. You already have everything you need to change your situation, whether it's about money, women, or anything else. The key is shifting your focus from what you don't want, like feeling stuck, being too old, not having enough money, to what you do want, for example, abundance, love, and fulfillment. When you begin to see yourself as already having what you desire, and you practice feeling that reality as if it's already true, you will see the outer world reflected back to you. Don't worry about the timing or the how. Trust in your imagination, because that's the real power. And I will make a video about, I am actually creating a video about yielding to this inner power. The moment you shift your inner story, your outer life will start changing. Just like you have already started to accept the idea that some things can be created and something not. So we are essentially creating or having two gods. For example, one god gives me one thing and another God gives me another thing. No, there is just one God, one consciousness, one creational power. So apply that principles to everything that you want in your life. So in summary, don't focus on your current circumstances. Essentially what the 3D is showing you. Change your self-concept first. So to see yourself as already in a desirable relationship, see yourself as attractive, desirable, etc. Imagine your ideal relationship and feel it real in your mind. And let go of the how and trust that the path will unfold. And persist, even if doubt creeps in. Remember, your imagination creates your reality. And by following these steps, you will start to attract the things, the relationships that you desire. And my friends, stay focused on the end result and know that the power is within you to create the life that you truly want. Thank you for listening.